welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Abby, and today this is part 3 of my decluttering series, and we are doing a quick declutter of my house. We have a few rooms to go through. I only have about an hour on one day and like a half hour on another, so we're going to try to get as much done as possible within the time frame that I have. There is a lot more that needs to be decluttered, especially in this room. As you can see, there's a few shelves here that really need to be gone through, but that will be a whole separate video. I needed my husband's help for this, and he was not home on this day, so I am doing what I can with the time that I have. But first, we are going to be looking through some baby items. We are planning on having more children, but we do have some things in here that I know that I really didn't use the first time around, and I don't think I'm going to need it the second time around. So I'm going to go through and declutter as much as I can and give this stuff to people who may need it, or try to sell it either on Facebook Marketplace or like Once Upon a Child, just to get some money for things that we may need for our second. So if you're enjoying this kind of content, I hope that you stick around and subscribe if you like it. Click the thumbs up if you are enjoying it, and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified of any upcoming videos. But this is what I was able to get rid of down in the basement regarding some baby stuff, so super happy about that. Like I said, this is pretty quick, so I moved from the basement to our garage. There was just this pile here that has been driving me nuts. It's stuff that came out of the car, and I have some tips for you guys on what to do. So I am getting rid of trash first. That is the easiest way for me to just go through and get rid of some stuff. Then I give each item a few seconds. I pick it up, grab it. Do I really need this? I think about the last time that I used the item, and like, do I really need this, and then will I need this in the next 6 months? So I also have to take into account if it's a seasonal item. Obviously his toys, like that lawnmower, he's going to be using it now because it's summertime. If it was, wintertime, I'd be like, is he going to use it within the next 6 months? Probably. So that's just how I do it. I want to make sure that I'm going through each item as quick as possible, but also taking into account if I really need it. So those are my tips for some decluttering. Now we're moving on to the bathroom. This was driving me absolutely nuts. Anytime I would try to grab something, it would all fall over, it would all fall out. So I was like, it's time to declutter under this cabinet. I organized this in a video before, and it's been working, but I've added some more stuff to it, and it wasn't working anymore. And I needed to go through and check expiration dates, get rid of some things that I knew we weren't using, and just get this place more tidy. And I really like the way it looked in the end. I was able just to get rid of a few things, but that helped out so much. You don't have to get rid of a lot when you're decluttering, even if it's just a couple things, but as long as you feel better about the space after you do it, that's all that really matters. And it only took me really like 10 minutes in this bathroom. I took 10 minutes in the garage and maybe 20 minutes in the basement. That's all I needed. So I was pretty satisfied with how it looked afterwards, and it took no time at all for it to get back to a better state, that's for sure. So after the bathroom, we are going to be moving into my son's room, which was an absolute mess, because when you're decluttering, some other areas of the house tend to get a little messy, but that's okay. So what I wanted to do is go through his dresser and his clothes and put away any of the clothes that no longer fit him, and then also declutter some clothes that I knew that we just either had excess of, or if we had a second, I just really wouldn't need because of just timing and things. Some seasonal clothes, in the sizes that they were, I might not need them for the second. So sometimes I feel like, we are gifted a lot, or hand-me-downs, and which I love, but sometimes I just feel like we have too much for the amount that we actually need. So I ended up decluttering some clothes here and trying to either give them to somebody who needs them, or you can sell them back to like a place like Once Upon a Child. If you needed to, purchase another baby item, I think that's a really good idea if you can sell some things, especially if they are like new. A lot of these things he hadn't worn, so that's when I knew like, hey, we have too much time to go through and get rid of what he hasn't worn. And so I was able to get it down to just these 3 containers, and it fit in the drawer super nice, and it was very satisfying in the end. So super happy I was able to go through and get rid of some of these things.
I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon. Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
So I really appreciate you guys clicking on this video today and watching it. That just means so much to me. I have been loving watching this channel grow. I enjoy making videos so much. It gives me it gives me something to look forward to in the week, and I really do enjoy organizing. I like cleaning. I don't like cleaning all things, but it is satisfying for me, and I love watching cleaning videos, so that's why I love doing this. But I love seeing the community grow and like the people in the comments, and that just makes me so happy. And I would love, my ultimate goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. When you get to 1,000 subscribers, you do have that chance to be monetized, and it would be great to be able to contribute monetarily a little bit to my family and to help out, while also doing something that I love. So my goal is by hopefully the end of the summer to get to 1,000. I think I'm at 600 and some subscribers right now, and that to me is amazing and a goal in and of itself. But if you haven't already subscribed and you would love to help me on my journey, or just join me on my journey here on YouTube, that would be amazing if you would hit subscribe. But even just you watching this video today helps me out tremendously. So I just wanted to come on here and say thank you so much for being part of my journey. You'll also notice here that I am going through and decluttering some toys. My son is grown out of a lot of these toys that I have up here, so I wanted to get those into storage downstairs, hence why I need to declutter way more down there. But I wanted to get them out of his room. He had grown out of probably 85% of these toys, and so I wanted to get those all separated and then focus on the toys that he plays with right now, and then do a little toy rotation. I love toy rotation. I think he plays with so much more and has so much more independent play when he is not overwhelmed by toys. So I think I can always do better with it, but it's an ongoing process. I'm still learning, but I really like the idea of a toy rotation. So I try to do it as often as possible. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go through and declutter some things, put some things in storage, and just go through what was in his closet, because it was way more than I was expecting. So that's what we're going to do now.
Before the clock runs out, sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, keep it steady, 'cause cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up.
If you are curious on how I do toy rotation, I have made a few videos about it in the past that I will link either on the screen or down below. It's pretty simple the way I do it, but I do go into more detail in those other videos. But here I'm just putting some of the toys back that were a little bit bigger that he's currently not using. And then we will go out in the living room and put away and declutter some of those toys just to make my life a little bit easier and to make it less overwhelming for him while he plays.
Let me have another day, don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa, I'm not gonna wake up.
So my plan is to hopefully have one more video in the decluttering series. I'm hoping to do the basement. It needs much more work than I did in today's video, but I also have a super clean with me coming up after the holidays this past week with the 4th of July. We have a messy house. We were just running all over the place. So I will have that coming up maybe by the end of this week. If not, it will be next week's video. But thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.